So good. What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. We are going to be reacting to Flaw, reacting to Ghost Love Score, her own song, her own stuff. This is absolutely unbelievable. So if you're new here, please consider hitting subscribe and go check out Flaw. This is going to be epic. I cannot wait for this. This is the reaction that I've wanted to say. I want to know what she thinks. And of course, she's choosing Wacken 2013. An absolutely amazing performance, amazing concert, just in general, an amazing performance for all the Nightwish. So this is what we've been looking for. Let's get straight to this.
Welcome
Genuine
to
first
this reaction to a reaction video. It's maybe a new concept, but it would be really weird, I think, to react to a song I did myself. However, I'd like to let you know I've been enjoying a lot of the reaction videos out there. I think it's great that Ghost Love Score was picked up by the masses, really, and yeah, I just wanted to give you my personal insight behind this song. Now, I'm not going to run through the whole thing like in a regular video, because what am I going to say? Oh yeah, I remember doing this or that, or yeah, you know, it's me doing this with, of course, my brothers in arms in Nightwish. So I'd like to kind of give you a bit of the technical behind the story kind of thing, and maybe a couple of memories that pop up. We're going to listen to Ghost Love Score version of Wacken Open Air. So that was 2013. It's quite a few years ago, but as far as I know, it's one of your favorites. So that's why we go through this song. And I'm not going to start right from the beginning. I'm going to start where I start singing. And well, I'll be reacting a little bit to that. There we go.
Oh, this is what we want to say.
And for drinking his beer.
Here we go, then she goes in. Oh, it just sounds so good. It's so, she's so good. I don't know what I wonder what she's going to say.
Okay.
Oh, we're missing them.
First of all, Wacken Open Air. 80,000 people in front of me. Yeah, I was a bit nervous. It was one of the biggest things that I've ever done, and at that time, the biggest thing. I knew we were recording it. Yeah, the pressure was so humongous, and it was fantastic to just come out on stage and feel like the music just took over, and we were going to play this song. And you know, of course, this was towards the end. The whole show was just magic, and I'm still so proud of how this song turned out. Now, in this very beginning, you have all the excitement that comes with this song, the anticipation of it. Now we're going to do it. But still, I need to sing quite little. I can't just, Wah! It has to be dealt with.
Well, that's the control that Flaw has. She has the ability, and that's why she's so top level, is she has the ability to be powerful without being powerful, and that is powerful.
Okay, so that would be one of the biggest challenges, to kind of get all those feelings into singing the right words and with the right emotion without overdoing it. And yeah, that comes with a lot of control, both up here as physically, because I don't want it to sound too massive. It needs to start delicate and light. And from there we go into this part.
I don't know how she's not rocking out. Every time I listen to stuff like this, my initial reaction is to just start moving. Obviously, Flaw, it is her watching herself, so I understand it must be weird. But yeah.
Well, there I really go into this operatic voice without making it too round, too operatic. It's a bit of a lighter touch of like the head voice, which I found very fitting to the song. Of course, in the original that's also used, but I've been trying to give different kinds of colors to the different emotions and part of the story in this song. And so here I try to not make it too operatic, but with a nice touch there. And yeah, for me, this is one of the favorite parts of the song, really. It's yeah.
It's nice.
It
is
goosebumps
one of
to sing it. You can even see it in the
best
beginning where I just close my eyes and let it.
It's the second best bit of the song, because we all know what the best bit of the song is, when everybody florgasms. It's unbelievable.
It's a joy to sing. We continue.
Well, looking at Flaw there compared to that, she looks like she's a lot thinner than what she was when she was doing Wacken. Now, I wouldn't have noticed that without looking at side by side here, but when I'm looking at it, it does look like she's lost some weight as well, which she wasn't big in the first place, but she just looks a bit thinner. Don't know if it's a COVID thing or what, but lockdown thing, should I say. It's so good. How does she make it sound that good? How? That was so
I just
controlled.
love the way that Empu comes by and just touches everybody in a small little gesture. That's something you don't rehearse. That's nothing not made. That just happens, and that vibe and feeling it's very precious. Actually, in the singing way, it continues in a delicate balance between expression and not too heavy singing. So I want to really tell the story and use a lot of dynamics and shifts in vocal styles and types to color, as you hear. And maybe also that the second time that these long notes come over the choir part, I start singing a little bit stronger and a little bit less operatic, until I go towards the end to the blue memory where I really power up a little bit to then put the brakes back on and just slide into the next tiny part that comes now.
Siren from the deep came to me, sang my name, my Lord. Still I loved my soul.
Beautiful. By the way, let's just appreciate right now, let's just sit and appreciate the fact that we live in a world where Flaw is on YouTube reacting to Ghost Love Score out of Wacken. I can't believe it myself. I can't believe this is happening, but I'm taking it.
About the dream of mine, worth everything I may ever
It's
be.
back here.
Child will be born again, that siren carried him to me. First of them true loves, sitting on the shoulder of an angel without care for love alone.
Oh, sorry, Empu, to just stop the solo. Wonderful to see the crowd also. I mean, I'm reacting to what I'm singing, but I'm also reacting to how you guys were out there in the audience, just feeling it with me. That interaction, despite the huge distance that we have on huge festivals like Wacken, where yeah, there's a big part of me in front of me of stage, and then there's a barrier and security, and yeah, then thanks to the cameras, you can actually see even more, see how everybody's feeling it, because this song is feeling its emotion. And what I also noticed, it's maybe funny to tell, is that throughout the years, I did start singing it a little bit different as I did in 2013. Different nuances. It's small things really, but the biggest thing for me in telling the story of this part of the song is constantly playing between the dynamics, a little bit fuller voice, more chest voice, more light head voice, and really try to speak the words so you hear what I'm saying without exaggerating, so that it becomes just technical. And yeah, I mean, when it comes to that, this song is really challenging, and that's also...
But is that not what makes a real performer? Being able to have the ability to just hit notes incredibly well, but that doesn't mean it sounds good. You can hit notes all you want. You can be able to do this and that and the other. It doesn't mean it sounds good and it works with the song, and that's why Flaw's so good. She's able to break it down and go, actually, I don't need to just belt out a crazy number here, and I don't need to go mega high. It's things like that that makes it a performance, a really good performance.
So why it's cool to react to this and go through the whole thing with you guys. If I may go back in time with you, 2013, first time Wacken open air with Nightwish. I already told you I was really, really, really nervous, but I have very fond memories of just being there and the enthusiasm of the audience and the way that everything just came together on that stage that night. I think you can still feel it in the video of this song and in our DVD made of that entire show that night. And I will check.
On that DVD, I did every time Flaw hits a really high note, really good note, I took a shot of Fireball whiskey, and by the end of it I passed out. Pretty much. I didn't survive very well, but for the rest of the night. But that was a fun video. I would do that again if it wouldn't kill me. But yeah, that was fun.
Cherish that forever.
I've watched the whole
so
thing from start to finish on this channel. If you haven't seen it,
memory of this. It's immortalized, as I said it on stage, like it is. Okay, we just jump over the beautiful instrumental and continue.
As you've noticed though, she's changed from the operatic way to go more solid, more rock kind of voice, I suppose, and more real, as in more deeper, more natural for her probably. I'm just trying to predict what she's going to say. She could say anything. Genuine first reaction, so I don't know what's
All right, more expression, more power. It repeats itself twice and it builds up. Instrumentally, there's a difference between the first and the second time, and also vocally, I want to emphasize that dynamic change by, powering up even more. And yeah, it just has this really nice groove and feel to it that's really, yeah, I want to pick that up in the vocals too. And yeah, we continue into the next part.
Yeah, another vocal change.
All right, that was a little bit of heavy opera singing along with the choir, and a very expressive, almost theatrical. Okay. The dog just sat on the light. All right, a little bit of opera, very dramatic, very almost theatrical part in the song where expression and power just needs to be there. And yeah, you can really feel that the whole song is building up. I'm shifting from a very strong operatic voice to a full chest voice or belting voice. Before I continue talking about this particular version of Ghost Love score, I have to take you back in time before this actually was recorded, and to how the ending of the song came to be, because it was a spontaneous thing. I don't know if I must have told you in an interview here or there, but before I joined Nightwish, this was already one of my favorite songs, and I always heard things in the end that I kind of sang along. If I ever sang along with a song, it kind of freestyled into that direction of what it became. And as soon as I started to get more comfortable on stage and knowing the songs with Nightwish, I started to kind of freestyle during the rehearsals during the day, or like with sound checks and stuff. And at some point I just went for it. And I didn't do that before because I didn't feel comfortable enough with what I was doing myself. Nobody was holding me back or anything. But as soon as I started, freestyling, the rest of the band was like, that's kind of cool. We can try that tonight on the show. And so I did. And one of the first times...
And then history is made because it's unbelievable.
I really sang it. It was in South America with that first tour we did together. And it just exploded. Everybody loved it. And it sort of fell into place. And it became my own version of the song as a natural development into this song.
Which is nice to have differences between each
I know
artist.
now, many years later, it really became such a thing that, Ghost Love scores for always on our set list. And I think that's super cool. So we'll continue into the 2013 version of the Wacken show.
Such an epic song, you have to admit. Every time the crowd comes up, look at Flo's face. She's really proud of herself and proud to be able to... I'm sure she loves interacting with the fans and stuff like that. So being able to see it, I know this won't be a first time seeing it, but remembering how many people like you guys and me love her, the way she performs and stuff like that, is you can see it really means a lot to her.
Oh, once again, a lot of different voices are used. It's powerful opera on those ha ha ha. To get the timing right was a little bit of practicing.
Even that sounded good.
Really want to just do that right. And now it's just embedded in my system. But powerful opera needs to be pushed out immediately. And from that energy back into Redeem Me, it's almost a little bit low for me, like below where my power is in my voice. And it shouldn't be powered, so it needs to have that exact dynamics without it sounding too thin. And then once again, building up towards the end where it's just a full belt that kind of introduces that last part that became so famous. Let's write that one out.
Oh, here we go. Let's see if she freaks out over her own voice. Here we go. And up again. Listen to the crowd. Wow. Come on.
I really miss this stuff. Damn. Yeah, there's something about that note that just... I always feel it. Always. How often I may hear it or sing it, it just... Oof. I kind of visualized, because in the beginning I keep it a little bit smaller, and then on that long note I build it up full force opera with everything I have, and then comes the tricky part to switch from that operatic voice on the same height to a full belting voice. That I personally always find a little bit exciting, because you really want to have it right. You don't want the voice to kind of... And of course, when the high note comes, it needs to come. It's only cool when it's really there. And I'm no machine, so it doesn't just always happen.
Okay.
But
She fucks
I
it
do
up.
remember one show in particular. We have some
Sometimes.
DVD material from that. That was in Colombia. We played a show there, and we were going to record everything for DVD. We recorded a lot of it, but I became sick, and my voice was basically gone. During the day, I had high fevers, and my whole body was basically shutting down. And yeah, it was really like, let's see how it's going to be, because if you can barely stand without feeling like that of the fever, then how are you going to perform a 2-hour show? And there's something that just happens. Troy in our band calls it Dr. Theater. That comes up. That and a bunch of pills to, suppress the fever and all of that, made us go on stage. And then the energy, of course, of the crowd, I started to feel much better. That didn't magically fix my voice, though. It was still having a hard time with especially with the high belting notes. So this song was really like, let's see how it's going to be like. And this belting note in the end is basically one of the highest stuff that I have to belt out. So, and it's at the very end of the show. So you're always already tired of doing everything else, and you still have to have enough to have it, which is extra hard when you're sick. But it felt like my body just knew what to do, and as soon as this note came, it just said, yes, I can do this, and there it was, as powerful as it would have been when I'm not sick. And it felt like, wow, I don't know where that comes from in my body, but yeah, it's a really fond memory of, just getting this out even under more challenging circumstances. So yeah, it's wonderful to see how this note just came out, and how it just puts a spell on everybody in the crowd. It has something special, the way this song just builds up and continues after that. Wonderful. On that note, I'm gonna thank you for watching this reaction video.
Thank you very much, Flo.
I really, really look forward to performing this live for you guys. But we still have a pandemic to sit out, so let's keep our sanity for a little while longer, and our good health. In just a little while, we have this Nightwish virtual show coming up, and as we are preparing, I can tell you it's going to be as magical as Nightwish can be. I really think it's going to be something special, and I hope we can meet each other at least virtually there. And well, until next time, though, in the real life, on a real stage with Ghost Love Score, thank you for watching, and take care.
Well,
bye.
I absolutely love that. I don't know about you guys. Reaction-wise, it's different. As in, she's watching herself, and it's a song that she performs many times. Like you said, it's like a classic song. It's like part of the playlist, always. So she's going to be relatively sick of the song, I suppose. But then when it comes to certain bits and memorizing and seeing it, because she probably doesn't watch it ever, so it obviously brings back memories and stuff like that. But obviously she's not rocking out to her own music, which makes absolute sense. I can't personally help it, but yeah, this is Reactor reacting to Flaw, reacting to Ghost Love Score, who has Flaw in it, and Nightwish. Just epic. We live in a good world. Thanks for watching, guys. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and go check out Flaw's channel as well, because she deserves it. I mean, if you like Nightwish, you need to go follow her. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.